So we're going to be putting some dot and dab on the walls here, and we're going to be lifting these up. We're going to be squishing them in and then fixing them in there, and that'll be completely covered and hidden. Those wires are going to sit on top of the board on this side. We can dot and dab all the way up here. I've knocked out on that. Right, we are out of gear. I only bought one bag, just a bit short-sighted of me, so I'm going to go quickly pick up a second bag. You'll see this is all on now, so it's dot and dabbed down there. Brian's done a fantastic job on that. Brian's actually a professional painter decorator, so you've done this a couple of times before, hey mate?
Yep, I have, yeah.
Just a few. So now what we're doing, we're just scraping out the last of it. We're going to pack round in the back, just to fill up any of these gaps. Once I've got some more, we can then fill that in fully, and then we've got something, you know, level to work towards and whatever else, and we'll fill that in up there. But it's going on nicely, and it is nice and level. You'll have seen us leveling it up. It's about as good as you can get when you've got a brick wall and dot and dab. It doesn't need to be 100% perfect. It can't be 100% perfect. That's not the way the world works. But I'm very happy with that, and I've left a gap here. This socket is going to be a secondary control for these lights here and here. Obviously I've got the other control unit which will be on the outside of the room, but say for the sake of argument you're in here and it's night time, back when the world is at normal because it's COVID at the minute, somebody's birthday, you want to switch all the lights off to do the cake, rather than having to go all the way out the room to be able to switch them off, you'll be able to just switch them off from there. So that's the thought process behind that. Just realised I've made a mistake. Well, not a mistake, but an oversight. It's not just these lights that we said we wanted to control. That was a mistake. This is going to be a 6-panel switch. This is going to be this here, 6-panel switch, because we also want to be able to control the kitchen lights and everything else. So this 6-panel will be able to control all the lights in the kitchen and out in here, and also there are going to be a couple of lights up on here that will control those. So that's what that's going to be. That's a bit better, isn't it? What I did, I couldn't find a plastic back box that was a 6-gang, so I basically just got 2 double gang boxes and I cut them down to size and I've filled them in, and that is really, really solid and secure. I can then take the faceplate and it fits on an absolute treat like that, so that's perfect. The only thing is it doesn't come with the screws, the 4 screws. Ah, yes it does. They're just in there. So I can now chuck these 4 screws in and I'm done. It's nice to know that it fits. I'm pleased with that. Obviously we'll be taking it off when the plastering gets done. Right, it's 5 to 6. Little bit of daylight left, so I can't really film too much because of the glare, but we've finally finished. You can see all the window reveals. Very, very nice and neat all the way around there, which is nice. So I'm happy with how that has all come out. Nice and tight. So this whole room is now done. It is plasterboarded. Except I've just spotted I've got that one little bit to stick up on there. Otherwise we're all done. We've deliberately left that gap, so you'll see that as a feature wall in an upcoming video, and I will show you what it is I'm doing. I'm going to be doing a plywood feature wall, which is going to look really nice. But yeah, nice tight reveals the whole way around, which is really, really good. So I'm happy with that. We've got quite a bit of waste, which is a pain. That's a function of the widths that we had. But what we are going to be doing, we're going to be using a lot of these to pack out the difference in levels here. So we'll dot and dab some up on there. We'll push it in, we'll let it go off, and then we'll float over it again. at the same level as the pebble dash, and that will help us to A, use some of the waste, and B, make up some of the levels. We also need to finish these little bits up here and down here, but we've actually used all of the big sheets of plasterboard now, so we've just got these little pile of offcuts, most of which will go in the skip once I've packed out, and I'm going to be ordering a whole load more, so because I've got a dot and dab across here and a few other places as well. But it is starting to come together now. I've blocked up, there was a doorway here. I didn't bother filming this, it's a bit dull, boring, but it was a tiny little doorway. So I've done that, and I've brought it out to the same level as this so they can float over that. And I've put a plug socket on there as well, which is really handy, having a little plug socket there. So that will get floated over, and I think they'll probably do a bonding coat on this bit. So it is starting to come together now, which is really nice. Really very nice. I am also dead chuffed with this. It's so solid and sturdy. You'd never know it was kind of 80% air when we first started. It is dead smooth, really flat and absolutely solid. Brian has done such a good job on that. I told him as much as well because I was dead chuffed with that. So we've got to do same again up there, knock up some adhesive and put it on, but that is a crisp angle. I'm very, very impressed. And then we'll float over this as well. We'll sort that, get that nice and even. But it is coming together. It's coming together well. We are at the point now where we are skimming the walls, which is very exciting. We've got Albert and Connor.
What's up?
You're from
Green Eco Solutions.
Green Eco Solutions, perfect. So he's helping us out here. That's all ready to go. And Albert and Connor are here to skim over, which is really nice because once they've done this, we can then get it painted in the kitchen and all the rest of it. So I'm going to let them get on with it. I'm not going to get in their way, but they're going to be helping us. We're going to pack this out, as you'll have seen. We've got the pink board ready to go to cover the steel, all knocked out there. So yeah, exciting times. I'll be popping down and taking some in between videos as you'll see. How long have you been plastering now, Albert?
22 years.
22 years.
22
Nice.
years, yeah.
Nice. And you're based all around London, right?
All around London, yeah.
All over, yeah. That's good. Well, I'll put your link in the description. So if you're looking for a plasterer, then render, yeah, plastering, rendering, all that sort of stuff. So if you need any of that, check out the link in the description below, and Albert can give you a hand. This is the first coat that's done. First of 2 coats, but you go over it 3 or 4 times, don't you? You said?
Give or take, yeah.
Give or take.
We put 2 coats on.
Yeah.
And then we'll trail up. It depends on whether we've got quite a warm day today.
Yeah,
so
it is warm, isn't it?
It'll be three trails or
Nice.
giving maybe 4.
Nice. Yeah, you're getting over it. Getting on it quick, eh?
Don't muck about.
No, mate. Look, this is what you get for 25 years of quality. Look, there's no plaster on the floor. The plaster's on the wall where it's meant to be. Very nice. So you were saying these stripes, you've seen these coming through since COVID. The quality of the multi-finish has gone.
Yeah, the multi's sort of changed now. It's not exactly the same as what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's some people like it, some people don't. But I mean, in my years of doing it,
it's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah. If you've noticed that, post a comment down below. Let's see what you think.
Got a lot of swagger marks, they're called.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it clears out smooth. It dries out smooth, but it is interesting. I don't know how easy it is for you guys to see it. But there are these little sweeping lines coming through here.
So we've still got a couple of trails to go.
Couple of trails to go. Okay, yeah, and then this all gets popped out, cleaned up. Looks really nice. Guys have done a lovely job, look. Lovely and clean. Very smooth. Nice. End of day 1 with the plastering. And it is lovely and smooth. So you can see the colour is much darker. Actually, can you see? I don't know. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can see that it's much darker. They've cleaned out all of these sockets nicely, which is good. Just little crumbly bits there that just pop out. So lovely and smooth, and it's starting to dry up. I mean, that is as smooth as glass. Really very nice. I'm really happy with what they've managed to do. They've wet it down with a little brush. As you will have heard, you know, Albert's been doing this for 25 years, so he's very, very skilled, very capable. But this is very, very good. They're going to do inside the reveals tomorrow. So these little bits here, this will all be done tomorrow, and then I can carefully peel this off. So that's very nice. I'm really happy with it. They've done a really good job on this first coat. Still lots more to do, but a great start. A great start, certainly. It is day 2. Plasterboard is starting to dry out nice and evenly. So that's coming up good. And we are now starting to board out up on here as well. So what we'll do is we'll knock that corner off. We've added some more board up on here, packed out, same as we did before. So that corner will get chopped off and then it will all get floated one into the other. And the same on here as well, on this end. So across the top there is going to be the fireboard. What we've done is we have packed out some of the slightly deeper bits. We've done some dot and dab. We've packed that out. And then over the top of that, we're going to dot and dab with the fire line across here and then the regular plasterboard across there to give a nice, flat, even, smooth surface to then work across. This will all get skimmed. That'll look really nice. That'll look really good. So it's going nicely. It's going really well. So that is now fully boarded out. Just got to knock off that little corner, like I mentioned. You can see the pink fireboard there. So we've gone a little bit wider than the steel, done a little bit of plasterboard adhesive behind it, and also then screwed into the blocks that were in there as well. Easy way to figure out is to just gently mark underneath. You see there, little scratch lines where the blocks are, so that you know where you're screwing into. And I did decent sized blocks there as well, so got 8x3s, so we can put corner beads down there on the edges and across the top and whatever else, and skim over. It's coming together really nicely now. Very happy. On the back breaking stage now, right?
Oh, no.
It's coming out really nice. It's still drying out here. This is starting to dry out. It's actually quite cold at the moment. The temperature's just completely dropped off. So this was done on Thursday. It's now Saturday. That was obviously done all on Friday. So yeah, we are getting there, which is really good. That is all completely fully dry now, which is lovely. Honestly, Albert has done such a good job. This is why I'm paying a professional. It is like touching glass. It is so smooth and even and flat. It's absolutely crisp. I am so pleased with it. And I would never in a million years have been able to get this sort of finish. If I had spent years practicing, maybe. I mean, the guy's been doing it for 25 years. No doubt in the comments someone's going to say, oh, he shouldn't have done it like that, or he doesn't know what he's doing, walk him off site, blah, blah, blah. But you're talking nonsense. If you were here in the room, you'd see the finish. You would see just how good it is. I have been on tons of building sites. I have seen good plaster, I've seen bad plaster, and this is very, very good. And I'm really very happy with it. And there's a bit more to do, obviously. We still have to finish the roof, like the ceiling elements up here. That's fine. And then that gap has been left because I'm going to be running LEDs in there. You'll see that in another video. Albert and Connor have just gone for the day. Again, it's really hard for you to see this. They've done all of this ceiling. They're going to be doing the reveals tomorrow. it's quite intense on the back, and so they're just kind of doing it one section at a time. I'm really sorry that I can't get a slightly clearer video of it because of the windows and the light. It's very difficult for the camera to get it because it's just so smooth. You can see all this stuff now that it's dried out as well. Really, really nice. Very, very happy with that, how that's come out. So we're almost finished. We'll then be working our way around through here. So we're going to move all of this stuff, and he's going to bond over and then float over as well. Also cleared this bit here, these timbers back, so that's all one flush finish, so that will come down now. So I'll plasterboard the whole way across here, and that will then again float over with plasterboard and multi-finish. It is finally finished. It's the next day, so it's still drying out. They've got to just fill in this little patch here. I actually added in that little bit of plasterboard yesterday because I don't know what I was thinking. I just completely forgot to put that little strip in there. Anyway, I've put that in. They're going to float over that. That's fine. That was my mistake, not theirs. They've done the reveals down there, all down here, all the way around. It is so crisp. They've done a very, very good job. Really high quality. I'll leave the details below. I know I've mentioned it before, but if you are in London or the southeast, I highly recommend these guys. Very, very good quality. That'll be rigged up to a transformer for a strip of LEDs that's going to go across there. Got all our plug sockets. Those reveals look lovely. All right, we've got Brian back. Look at this. Beautiful white mist coat on that. He's cutting all around his edges. Spent a whole load of time taking off the snots, any little extra bits that kind of got on there. You remember Brian from some of the previous videos helping us. This is going to look so nice. I can't wait. Cannot wait. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful mist coat. It's just so bright. This is a day's work for Brian. Super quick. Like I said, this is the mist coat. So where portions of the plaster haven't fully dried, he's leaving them to dry out. This mist coat will then, get blended, and then we'll be doing the top coat after that. All this stuff neatly piled to the side. But honestly, Brian's just the best. If you are based in southeast London and you want Brian's details, post a comment below and I'll pass them on, because I just wouldn't use anybody else. He is absolutely fantastic. I've known the guy for years and he's just so good, so diligent. So this is the mist coat. We're then going to have a brilliant white everywhere else. It's coming together very, very nicely. It's coming together nicely, isn't it? So that's obviously your bond coat, and then float over that with a skim, yeah?
Yeah, this is hardwood, this is.
Yeah.
A bit more tougher. Yeah, this is the first one's going to float it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice and flat. Still got a few bits we've got to do, but
Yeah.
And then we'll,
So you'll pass over this again?
Yeah, we'll skim over the top.
Skim
of
over,
this.
and yeah. Nice, very good.
Yeah, let's do that.
So the boys have just gone for lunch. You can see this hard wall, it's kind of bond coat. They've scored the surface to allow the kind of top coat to catch on it, basically. That's good. We're going to be putting this is the pink board here. I don't know if you can't see the back of that, but that's the pink board there. What they've done, because this was the external wall and the levels were all over the place, they've had to kind of float it and lift things out and block it out. We've knocked out the steel just to get that. But I have to say, they have done a fantastic job of getting these levels to work properly, because it was a mess. It was an absolute mess, and they've leveled it really, really professionally. So, I mean, you've seen the quality of the finish. This is obviously not the finished article. You've seen the quality of the finish that they've achieved all in through here. This will be exactly the same after that. So, yeah, really pleased, really impressed with that. Bit of priming, the sloppy PVA, spread up on the wall here like this. So that just helped the top coat bond.
Just the adhesion.
Yeah, nice.
If it's too dry, if it's over the top of that,
It'll suck all the moisture out. Yeah. Yeah.
Generally, we tend to get it the same day, but when we've got a lot harder than
yeah.
bad, sometimes
yeah.
we can't do that.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Look at that, very nice indeed. God, the camera won't even focus on it. There we go. Really, really good job. Nice one, Connor. So that is a wrap on all of the plastering. You can see bits here with the door frame, so I've still got to put this door lining in. So that's why these edges are kind of raw edges, which is fine because these little bits just kind of break off when they get crispy and dry, so that's fine. Look at this super sharp corner. Nice bead on there. I mean, there's nothing for it to focus on because it's so smooth. It's really, really hard to film what this looks like for you. It's still drying out. You know, you can see these kind of drier patches that are starting to appear. I play the piano, so and I have a piano that's going to be going here, and we're going to have a light above it there. Plug sockets behind there. That was an existing one. I've just moved it. And then Brian has just created the most amazing space for us here with the paint. It's about 7:30 in the evening now. It's the 1st of April 2021. So we're getting a little bit more light in the evenings, which is really nice. This green sheet was a stroke of genius by my wife to stop all of the plaster from just destroying the floor and giving us even more cleanup than we needed. But Brian, honestly, Brian has done such a good job in here. It is so smooth and flat and even. So that's lovely. So that is the end of this video here. What's coming up next is we're going to start laying the floor. So we're going to wash and hoover and clean this floor. We're going to start laying it. As I've mentioned before, I'm going to be laying a crown row here and then working left and right. We're using a Carndine loose lay product. So if you would like to watch that, please do like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next video.